These are the Master and Dynamic MW65 active noise canceling headphones with Google Assistant. Let's take a look. Welcome back, guys. It's Alex from TECHAERIS.com, and today we're going to look at the Master and Dynamic MW65 wireless active noise canceling headphones with Google Assistant. These are a brand new set of headphones from Master and Dynamic. Last week we talked about a really cheap set of ANC headphones. This week, this is on the higher range of ANC costs. This is going to run you $499, but it's worth every penny of that $499. The TECHAERIS that I talked about last week, awesome headphones, great just everyday headphones, but these are more for the audiophiles, people that really care about what their sound is like, because Master and Dynamic does a fantastic job of balancing their sound signature and their sound stage on their headphones. But we'll get into that in a minute. Let's take these out of the box really quick and see what's in there. First thing you see are the Master and Dynamic MW65 headphones, and they look very similar to the MW60s that Master and Dynamic released some years back. Those were also wireless, but these are active noise canceling, and they have Google Assistant built in. So we'll take those out of the box for a minute, put them to the side. See what else you get in the box. You have a quick start guide, I believe that is, a MW65 quick start guide. Put that to the side. And it comes with a carrying pouch, sort of canvasy, has a magnetic clip, and kind of a leather, this is leather, bottom portion. It's a very nice bag, don't get me wrong. And what I do like about this bag is that you can unzip this front part and put your cables in here, so they don't go in with your headphones, so it keeps them separated. But it would have been nice to see a hard shell case, a little bit something a little more rugged to protect these headphones when you're traveling. But this is still a nice case, nothing wrong with it. And then on this side you have a USB-C to USB-C cable, which is for charging. And these do come with USB-C. And you also get an aux cable in case they die on you for some reason and you need to use the headphones. You can use them passively. And an airplane adapter. Most of these higher end headphones will be coming with that. And a USB-C to USB-A dongle, and that's to use your USB-C cable to charge your headphones. And that is all you get in the box. Let's put this to the side. Let's get back to these. This is what we're here for. The Master and Dynamic MW65 active noise canceling headphones. These are amazing, guys. I've used the MW60s, the MH40s, the MW07s. Master and Dynamic continually makes some excellent audio hardware with excellent sound. These guys know how to design and they know how to build a pair of headphones. Everything about these headphones is just amazing as far as build quality. Everything you see here is aluminum. It's all aluminum build with all leather. These ear pads are lamb's skin. All this is anodized aluminum. It's very lightweight. Now, in the MW60s, we're able to take these ear pads off, and you're able to, they're held on by magnets, and there's another piece of aluminum on the inside. So I took these ear pads off, and they didn't come off quite as easily as the MW60's magnetic ear pads. And that's because these are now held in with clips. So the back end of these is plastic, and they're just held in with clips. So I'm not going to take them off right now, but I did ask Master Dynamic why they did that, and the reason they gave me was the active noise canceling technology. They needed to make sure there was the least amount of interference with that technology, so they opted to take that piece of aluminum on the inside out. So, which makes sense, but it also makes these headphones much lighter than the MW60s. These are really, really light headphones. So as you can see, you have USB-C port here for charging, aux, headphone cable, and you're gonna find an array of mics for the noise canceling on these headphones. You have a mic here, a mic there, another mic there, another mic here, another one here, and all these mics are used for the noise canceling features that are on board on these headphones. Here's your power switch and Bluetooth to just power it up, and then hold the first time you use these, and it'll start the Bluetooth pairing mode. Here's your active noise canceling button. Now they have basically three settings here. They have off, which you're not going to use if you don't want to use Bluetooth. If you don't want to use active noise canceling. And then they have low, which is best suited for like more quiet environments where it's not as loud, windy days or something like that. And then they have high. So high is the more aggressive noise canceling, which is going to be useful in airplanes and more noisy environments. So you have those options available to you. On this side, you have the playback buttons and the volume rocker and the multifunction key. The Google Assistant is activated through the volume up button. Just hold it for a second or two and it will evoke Google Assistant. And then you can ask Google Assistant what the weather is and all the other good things that come with Google Assistant. It also comes with the ability for Google Assistant to read you your notifications. So when you set these up, you're going to set these up. If you have an Android device, it will automatically, your Android device, especially if you have a Pixel 3 XL like I have, it's going to ask you, do you want to set up your headphones now? And you'll go through that setup. And basically all it is, there's no software really involved here. The only thing you really need to do is just tap that, yes, I want to finish the setup of my headphones. It will add these to your list of Google Assistant devices, and then you can choose what apps you want to get notifications from. Defaulted is the messaging app, so you will get the messaging app as a default option for notifications to be read back to you. So what happens is when your phone rings or when your phone sets off a notification, whether it be a text message or whatever notifications you have set, it will come to your headphones, to your MW65. It'll say you have a text message from whoever it may be. Would you like me to read it to you? And then you can push the Google Assistant button and say yes, and it will read the text message back to you, or whatever message it is, maybe an email, whatever notification it might be. So it's really simple. You can also just use Google Assistant the same way you normally do if you want the weather, if you want your news feed, if you want anything, a question through Google search, whatever it might be, Google Assistant is here and it'll do it for you. If you're using Siri, you'll have to turn Google Assistant off, and you'll have to read the entire review down below. I'll link the review down below, and you can do that. Turn Google Assistant off, and then the button that usually invokes Google Assistant will work as a Siri button or as an Alexa button, whichever one you prefer. So yeah, so let's take a look around real quick. Like I was telling you, the build quality here is just amazing. Everything is leather, everything is aluminum. The stitching is just so precise on these headphones. It's just amazing. The one thing I do wish they would have done, but they do fold up like this and they go in the carrying pouch nicely. It would have been nice to see these flip up, go like this, and kind of fold in. And then if they would have included a hard shell carrying case with that would have been great. These are 40mm custom beryllium drivers, and then the ANC technology they use is called feed forward and feedback hybrid active noise canceling technology. Bluetooth 4.2, which gives you about 65 to 70 feet of signal distance, and I had no problem with that at all. These held the Bluetooth perfectly fine. I could walk around the lower level of my home through all different rooms and not have to have my phone on me with my phone still in my office. So even with walls, it works. Your mileage may vary. Bluetooth is fickle, and so you may or may not get that kind of, you should get 65 feet line of sight. So that means you should get a solid connection at 65 to 70 feet with no barriers between you and the signal. So if your phone is on your porch and you're mowing the grass and you go 70 feet out with your headphones on while you're mowing the grass, it shouldn't have any issue connecting. There shouldn't be any connectivity issues. Where you do run into problems with Bluetooth is when you go through walls and doors and where the signal has to bounce through or bounce around to get to your headphones, from your phone to your headphones. But I had no issues walking through my home with any kind of sort of connectivity issues with these. You also get up to 24 hours of battery life according to Master and Dynamic on these. I did not test a full 24 hours because I'm not going to sit there with these on for 24 hours. And I also wasn't going to put my phone like I normally do. Sometimes when I do tests of battery life, I'll put the phone and the headphones down in the basement and I'll just roll a playlist and let it run overnight and then come back to it in the morning and see where we are with battery life. But that being said, I did use these for a few weeks and 2 to 3 hours a day, and I did not need to charge after a couple of weeks. So I believe that 24 hours of battery life is possible with these, and you may even get better than that. They're very solid on battery life. As far as sound goes, these guys sound amazing, guys. Master and Dynamic have done an amazing job with their headphones. Before I continue with sound, I will say that if you are a bass heavy person, if you love your bass, these are probably not the headphones for you. Master and Dynamic has a very flat, balanced soundstage. So that means that what the artist mixed in the studio is what you're going to hear here. There's no fiddling and messing around with frequencies. So bass frequencies are natural, what came out of the mix board and what you're hearing from your source. So this is why I like Master and Dynamic. They give me exactly what I want to hear, nothing more, and it's very clean and perfectly balanced. Now, I'm going to be honest here. I do believe that while their active noise canceling technology is great, it works awesome on here. It works better than the JBLs that I talked about previously. It definitely works better than Telectronics, the cheaper version. But again, I mentioned in my review the Bose QC35s are still king when it comes to noise canceling. But that being said, I would pick these over the Bose QC35s every day of the week, simply because they sound better. Yes, you get noise canceling from the QC35s, but the sound in the Bose are not as good as these. As a matter of fact, the Bose QC35s don't sound as great as some other just regular headphones that are out there in the same price range. People buy the Bose QC35s for that noise canceling, and Bose does a great job with that noise canceling. But Master Dynamic does a great job also with their noise canceling. It doesn't quite hit that same level as the QC35s, but again, the sound on these is so much better than what you're going to get on the Bose. As far as comfort goes, I didn't talk about that, but I'll hit on that really quick. These are very comfortable, super comfortable. I have no problem wearing these over 2 hours without any issue. Clamping power is moderate. It's not too clampy, and it's very comfortable on the ears, very comfortable on the head. There's absolutely no issue with comfort here. These are perfectly comfortable. Love these things. As far as price goes, again, $4.99 for these guys. You can pick them up now on Master and Dynamic's website. We'll link that down below. I think they're worth it if you want to spend that much money. Obviously, not everyone wants to spend $499 on a pair of headphones, but if you are in that market, these guys are something to consider. So those are the MW65s, guys. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button below, hit the notification bell. for notifications when we release videos. And we'll talk to you guys on the other side.